customer or technician will plug in the CP and everything else will work. The PPPoE credentials, VoIP service, Wi-Fi SSID, password, guest network, etc. In Resume, it creates a seamless experience for the customer and cost savings for the ISP with reduced provisioning time and human failure. This workflow of automatic CPE configuration is called zero-touch provisioning. Beforehand, the CPE must have a way to connect to the controller system. You can use a few options, like DHCP with option 43, firmware with ACS pre-configured, or even a PPPoE reply with ACS server URL. It depends on your vendor capabilities and what your CPE can do. At Oktopus, a service definition is a set of configurations to be applied on the CPE once it connects to the ACS or is plugged in the network. Let's see how it works in practice. First of all, we need to create a service definition. We will create a service which will be responsible to set the PPPoE credentials at the CPE. So set the service name. The script we can gather from the documentation. Here is an example. This script will interact with the CPE using the TS069 protocol and set up all the necessary parameters to create the one with the PPPoE connection. As we can see in the script, we have some variables called PPPoE username and password. We'll copy them and we'll add it here. And save. Now we have a new service definition that can be applied to different CPEs, and we'll see how it works. We go to the device list. We'll add the CPE serial number or the agent endpoint ID if it's a TIA369 connection. So we add the device here. This device is still not plugged on the network. It's still gotta be connected for the technician or the customer. So the name of the CPE on our case is gonna be step 1. You put the serial number of your CPE. So it was created. It still has the status unknown as it's not connected on the network yet. Then we need to attach the service definition we have just created to this specific CPE. How we do that? We go to the pre-configuration, select the service, and then here we can set the variables with the specific configuration for that CPE. So let's say it's going to be test 5. And then this service is already attached to that CPE. Once the CPE connects to the network, the service is going to be applied. Now I will connect the CPE. Now the service appears as provisioned because the CPE has connected and the service we have attached to it was applied. So then we can check the logs. You can see what happened here. This is an old log, but this one, the CPE got connected. We changed the one to PPPoE, set the credentials, and it all worked with success. On the real world, the technician would have come to the customer house, or the customer would have received the router. He opened up the box, plugged the router into the network, and the internet, all the necessary configurations were applied to that CPE. If we wanted to, we could also create some services related to Wi-Fi configuration, so that the Wi-Fi SSID and password would come up with some information from the customer. If you'd like to know more about Oktopus and how we can help you to do more service activations, reduce costs, and increase the subscriber experience, please get in touch.